for their permanent residency application to be finalized and approved? This is a question that we recently received, so I just wanted to address this. And to answer this question, the answer is yes. So long as the applicant or the foreign national keeps in mind that just because you have a PR application in process, it doesn't necessarily mean that you can come and work in Canada. So in order for the foreign national to work in Canada while their application is being processed, they should have a valid work permit as well. So for example, if you filed your permanent residence application in 2014 and it was based on a arranged employment, so you do have a labor market impact assessment as well, and you're therefore allowed to also file for a work permit application while the PR application is being processed. And once the work permit application is approved, then you can come and work for the validity of that work permit. Now, one key thing that you want to keep in mind is when you do file your application for a work permit while your PR is in process, you want to address in the application to let the officer know that you understand that your stay will be temporary until your PR is finalized. Because one of the things that the officers will look at is to ensure that you understand your responsibilities as a work permit holder. So you want to include ample documentation to prove that for your stay, you will stay temporary and you have significant ties to your home country and you will exit at the end of your authorized stay. So this is very important to make sure that the immigration officer understands that you know your role and responsibility as a foreign national on a work permit. The second and most important information is also, once your work permit application is approved by the consulate, you still want to carry those documentation that shows your significant ties to your home country and carry that with you and show that to the immigration officer at the border. Because last thing you want is to come all prepared to work in Canada and that immigration officer not allowing you to cross borders. So just because your work permit is approved and you have a letter that says it's approved or an actual work permit document doesn't necessarily mean it's the end of the game for you there. You want to make sure that even the immigration officer at the border is satisfied that you know your roles and responsibilities as a foreign national. So bring all of the documents that you've submitted with you to the consulate so that the officer at the border doesn't refuse you entry. I hope that question is answered. So if you're in a situation and you want to apply for a work permit while your PR is in process, the answer is yes. Just keep in mind some of the intricacies that are involved so that both applications can be successful. If you have further questions, give us a call. We're here to help. Thank you.